Welcome back to Adventures with Rosie, and where are we this weekend?
We are in Papamoa.
Yeah, a couple of hours from our house, the beach.
Yes.
It's looking like it's going to be warm, sunny. It's a long weekend here in New Zealand, so we thought let's go somewhere quiet, and chill out.
Although I think most people have the same idea, go to the beach.
Yeah.
NZMCA park in Welcome Bay is where we're at the moment, and there is more vehicles here than there has ever been when we have been here. Heaps. Lots of families too, which is cool.
Yeah, that's quite cool. We often think Taupo, where we live, gets a little bit feral on a long weekend. We get a lot of people from out of town. Over summer, the population of the town we live in doubles because everyone comes here for holidays. You got the lake and everything, and it sort of starts about now, eh?
Yeah.
And we noticed on Friday, just with like school pickups and stuff, the traffic was terrible.
So we thought 3 times as long to get home with the kids from school pickup than it normally does, just sitting in traffic. Everyone heading off for the long weekend a bit early.
So we thought we'll come somewhere quieter. So we came to a bigger town, to a bigger city, but it's by the beach. So my parents are also here. My brother and his girlfriend have a house down by the beach, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
And they're out of town.
Yep.
So they said, come over if you want. So yeah, we're going to just hang out with my parents. Don't know what we're going to do, eh? We're going to see what's on in town. Yeah, relax. Yeah, Christmas
Bronson always wants to run around and do a million things, and I just want to sit on the beach and read a book.
Yeah, and Christmas is fast approaching as well, so I think it's going to be a hectic run up to Christmas. We've got a couple other trips planned somehow in November. Scouts camp as well, so yeah, I think this weekend relax, go to the beach.
Yep.
Who knows? We'll see what's on in Tauranga as well. There might be things on. Don't know.
We'll see. Maybe Speedway.
Oh yeah. So the plan this morning is to go over to my brother's house and have breakfast with my parents. Mum's cooking pancakes. I just realised I always talk in front of these dishcloths. I don't know why. So yeah, we're going to go have breakfast with them. Probably leave the dog here. This dog, when we've been leaving him in the caravan lately, he sleeps in his bed on the floor. And when we come back in the caravan, I notice my pillow is flat on the bed and it's rather warm. And so I have a feeling as soon as we leave, he just jumps up in bed, flattens my pillow and sits on it, which is mildly annoying. I might even leave the camera in here and see what he does, yeah. We're going to load up in the car, we'll see what the dog does, and go from there. See you later, Gizmo. Have a good day. Well, summer has definitely arrived in New Zealand. We were sitting at the beach, loving it, getting nice and crispy as you do in the New Zealand sun here. Sit out for half an hour in the middle of the day and then have to go inside because it's too hot. But yeah, nice to just hang out with my parents. Haven't done much, just hung out, had some lunch. Kids are playing with my brother's. My brother doesn't have kids, so that means he has, I guess, excess money, right? Because he doesn't have children. So he's got one of those fancy vacuum cleaners that drives all around the house, and the kids have just been turning that on and following it around the house. So cheap entertainment. Thank you, Ruben. But yeah, I think we're just going to hang out. I might go back to the caravan, chill out for a bit, take the dog for a walk. Speedway's on tonight. As some of you may know, I'm a bit of a Speedway fan, and Bay Park is running opening night tonight, and they have a freestyle motocross show as well. So as well as the normal dirt track racing, freestyle motocross, which Harvey has been asking for a dirt bike. He said to us, can Santa bring me a dirt bike? We said no, because Santa normally gets you a small gift. And he said, okay, if not a dirt bike, can Santa get me a pocket knife? So I don't know, which way do we go? Dirt bike or pocket knife for a 6-year-old? But yeah, there's freestyle motocross tonight, so we might go and check that out. And maybe head into town tomorrow, see if there's like a market on, like a Sunday market or something like that. Maybe do a bit of plant shopping. Who knows? So yeah, I think we'll go and chill out at the caravan again and head to Speedway. So this is the Welcome Bay NZMCA park, a big patch of land in an area called Welcome Bay, which is kind of just, it's probably 10 minutes away from the beach where we just were in Papamoa, 10-15 minutes. It's quite nice, just surrounded by orchards. Huge grass area, room for 100 plus vehicles. Nice. Little sign and shed. They're actually building a new sort of club rooms here, which is cool. A lot of the NZMCA parks have these big social club rooms. They normally have a ping pong table and a lot of books. That looks like it's just about finished. And down there's a little shed, and I'm excited. I've been excited all week because there's a book exchange in there, and I have handfuls of books to exchange. Some of Chelsea's as well. So I'm going to go and see what I can find down there. Pretty exciting as always. But yeah, just a really nice place, dog friendly. The road at night does get a little bit loud, so you sort of try and stay further back down the park, but good spot, pretty handy. $5 a night. Got some books. Let's go swap them out. Someone is taking very good care of this little book library here. Look at everything's in height order. This jumped out straight away. Total Recall. Oh, it's his life story. Biography. Nah. A few good looking books though. Bit of Jack Higgins. Bit of Michael Connolly, one of my favourites, the Bosch series.
Thinky eyeballs. Thinky eyeballs. Thinky eyeballs.
Oh yeah, ready to go. I was kind of thinking this morning when I woke up, everything you've seen so far in this video is our go-to when we come to Tauranga. Go to the beach, hang out with family, go to Speedway. But today we're going to do something different. Something that we saw when we were driving up to Bowentown a few videos ago. Sort of when you leave Tauranga and you head north, we saw this big sign saying Te Puna Quarry Walk, I think it said. I gotta have a Google. But I had a little look last night, and it looks like there's an old quarry that they've kind of turned into gardens. So you can go for a walk there. It's dog friendly. There's a bunch of different walks, bigger bush walks, shorter walks. There's some old quarry equipment still there apparently. So we're going to take the kids to the playground. It just so happens that my parents are having lunch with friends at a cafe about 5 minutes from the quarry. So I said to Mum, hey, should we do this? She's like, yeah, we're 5 minutes down the road. So after lunch we're going to meet them. I think we're just going to go and find a playground now, maybe some coffee. Yeah, and then we'll go explore this quarry walk. So this is the Tauranga Waterfront. There's the city of Tauranga there. I think it's a city. Seems pretty big. And then Waterfront all down here. You can walk and bike down. Playground. There's Harry McCleary sculptures for the kids. There's also a giant car park here that there are signs saying they're redeveloping it, so they're going to make a whole lot more green space down this waterfront. So it'd be interesting to come back in a few years and see it. But pretty nice. Just going to go for a wander, find a coffee. It seems very quiet for a Sunday. I guess long weekend, Sunday morning, town's all sort of closed down, but nice spot. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning and it is 21, 22 degrees already, so I think we're in for a hot one. Just came back to the caravan to grab the dog, take him up to the Te Puna Quarry, and we met our new neighbour Jeff. He has a pretty cool rig, something I'd never heard of before, called a boaterhome. Like a motorhome but a boat. So he said on land he lives in it like a caravan and then puts it in the water, lives in it on the water. Australian made. I just had a look and there's like a whole website. They do like 6 different models. Might be the next Rosie. Maybe Rosie number 5. Alright, so welcome to the Te Puna Quarry. This whole cliffside here, this whole bank hillside was once a quarry back in the 50s to the 70s. Got shut down when the rock no longer became viable, and some volunteers picked this place up and completely replanted it. So there's pictures down there of it, just like barren rock and wildling pine trees. And I guess this was part of the quarry structure. There's an old digger down the bottom which you might have just seen, but how neat is this? And it's all just been planted by volunteers. There's an amphitheatre, there's themed gardens, there's a Japanese garden, herb gardens, all sorts. Completely free to visit. There's a big loop track you do right around. It's about 45 minutes, and then just sort of short walks all in between. Cool, love finding spots like this. Good job. Well, it's just started to rain, but I don't mind the slightly cooler weather. It's a bit hot here. Look at this cool amphitheatre they've built in here. So you can kind of see all the quarry cliffs behind me and where all the rocks been falling down, and just piles of rocks. But this place is immaculate and, you know, really high standard for volunteers. So pretty cool.
It was so cool. That place was really neat. We've been out here so many times and just never knew and not stopped in, and I think it's going to need probably another 3 visits to see everything, but it was really cool.
And it just started raining, and we realised that we left our caravan vents open because it was sunny and hot when we left. So we now need to race across town and shut the vents.
And then we have some food at top. Because I'm pretty hungry. What's that?
Well, I think we dodged a bullet. I put these vents on there like this. They got this mode where you can just crack them a little bit, which I've never really used. Thought I'd try it today, and I think maybe it's designed to have them open in the rain. So I don't know, but our bed's not wet. I highly recommend that Te Puna Quarry if you are ever in the area. It is out of, north of Tauranga, as if you're heading to Waihi. Probably a 15-minute drive. You go through Bethlehem over the bridge, and it's kind of in on the left. But it's well worth going to. It would be a cool spot to have like kids' birthday party, or just to take people for a walk, that sort of thing. Take the dog for a walk or your kids. But yeah, pretty good weekend. Always love Tauranga. It is busy. It's often a lot of traffic driving around. That Welcome Bay road where we're staying is super windy, and it's actually a really terrible road. It's full of potholes, but it's always a few degrees warmer than it is here in Taupo. So yeah, I think next weekend we're going to stay home. My lawns outside, it's dark, I can't see them, but they're about a foot high, because we've been away, I think, 4 weekends in a row now, which is pretty good record for us, seeing we're just sort of doing the weekend thing now. But we've got plenty coming up. We've got some property videos in the works. We've got some cool projects actually coming up in the next few months here. We're busy planning our summer trip. We've got another trip planned in about 3 weeks, going to an air show down in Martinborough. So that'll be cool. The kids are looking forward to that. So yeah, lots coming up as always. Thank you for staying tuned. Appreciate it. See you later.